How to buy a surprise guitar for your significant other. Facts coming at you hard and fast. Hey, it's me, Baxter.
And Jonathan.
Casino Guitars. How are you, Johnny?
I'm good.
You want
so far away?
I know it's different. We're further, but that's okay. Do you want a surprise guitar?
Sure.
Sometimes. So this kind of came to our brains because we had one of my favorite people I've ever met recently. He got a guitar with us. He had to return it within 5 minutes because his wife bought him a guitar. It was wonderful, wonderful couple. They ended up coming back like 2 days later, getting that same guitar. It was great, but it got us all thinking, like, how do you go about buying a surprise gift? Like, that's a substantial gift. Like, a guitar is expensive.
Guitars can be expensive.
I mean, because I'm saying anywhere from like $500 all the way up to $5,000 to $10,000.
To more, yeah.
That's crazy.
So basically, buy a $5,000 gift card. Done.
But no
Easy.
one wants to do that.
No,
That's not
no
as much
one
fun. There's not romance. So we thought we'd come up with a few ideas on how to break it down. There's a few little tips and tricks and stuff we've been thinking about ever since this happened. And, we think about it a lot because this happens quite a bit. We have a lot of folks. We help them with it. But first and foremost, know and trust the shop you're getting this guitar from.
That's a big thing, right?
It's a huge thing. It's probably besides the whole stuff we'll get into later with like returning and whatnot, but it's you have to have someone who's going to help guide you through this process because you probably don't know a lot about guitars.
Well, there's definitely customers that we could tell their significant other, what they've been looking at, what they want, what they don't want, because sometimes what people pick out for their partners, not necessarily in keeping with their partner's taste. I have seen.
No, that happens a lot.
Happens a lot.
So like step one, obviously know your shop, love your shop, trust your shop, and then have that relationship. So as you're going through this with them, you'll be able to make sure you guide exactly the way you need to. Step two, arm yourself with lots of information.
Yes.
The more you know, the better this is going to land. So if you think, let's say your significant other, let's assume it's a husband. Let's say you're the wife right now.
Right.
And you're buying him a guitar, and let's say he wants a Fender Custom Shop Stratocaster.
Cool.
And maybe he wants something sort of a vintage looking thing. You're like, awesome, got it. I'm calling my salesperson I know at this one shop, like Swimming Ponds or something. That's a good name for a new guitar shop, Swimming Ponds. You can
Swimming Ponds guitars.
I think it's a great idea. Let's say he wants a Strat, but then like you get a Strat and it's got a Floyd Rose, it's got tiger stripes on it. It's not maybe the Strat that this guy's looking for. You need to know details.
I had one of the coolest ones I've had. This was a real scenario. I had a wife contact me. She knew her husband wanted a Masterbuilt. This is extreme, obviously, big, expensive.
I remember this.
Okay. She kind of knew. She thought what builder he was into. She had sort of procured a copy of the little buying guide that he had filled out from the Fender Custom Shop.
Sneaky of her.
It was sneaky.
That's a great tip too.
And then I put it together, built it, sent it to the custom shop. There's an option, obviously, to have the master builder contact the person,
Tricky.
which we didn't even get to that, right? So I just knew that she paid the deposit. I gave Fender the green light. He was already in sort of the queue, and then when she gave it to him, she gave him a copy of the Floor Traveler.
Okay. Smart choice.
And then he was able to call me, and we made some tweaks. And now he knows he's got a guitar coming from the master builder he wants.
And that's kind of cool because that builds that anticipation, which is part of the present sometimes.
Right.
And because it's a surprise, bam, you got your guitar, that's great. But sometimes that anticipation can be exciting.
It can be.
Can also be traumatizing.
For sure.
There's a whole other video on that coming out soon. But no, I think that's a great choice. And just getting all the details you can get as much as you can up front in the sneakiest way possible. If you want a surprise, is great. This was a different situation. But let's say you're going in to get like a PRS DGT. Let's say it's an SE.
Right.
So it's the sub $1,000 one. All you really need to know there is, are you getting the flame top or are you getting the gold top? Mm-hmm. And that's something you have to sort of know when you go into either go to the shop or call or email. I was going to say text. Or Venmo, that'd be weird. Bless you. I thought that was you.
It was not me. My sneezes are more obnoxious than that, generally.
Step three, this one's sort of a tricky one. It's a two-parter one. Know the return policies.
Ooh.
And be ready for some disappointments.
Well, that comes back to trusting the shop, right? Because if you know you're buying this thing in November and you know you're not giving it to them until Christmas, that's well past most places' return policy. But if you know the shop and you talk to them, hey, this thing's going to be, you know, in my closet hiding out, or maybe the shop keeps it for
weeks.
you.
We've done
You
that
know what I
quite
mean?
a bit, actually.
We've done that.
We have something we're waiting to ship until it doesn't arrive until December 20th. Like, we have things set for that quite regularly.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, if you didn't know the shop, you didn't talk to them, you bought the wrong thing by accident, and then there's no return, or maybe you're past the return policy and they're not willing to kind of budge on it, that could be a
Well,
problem.
because return policies are different across the board. With most, like, Sweetwater's, Guitar Centers, you have like a 30-day return or something crazy.
45 days sometimes.
With most independent shops, it's 48 hours.
Yeah.
You know, so you have a 48-hour sort of. But now, if it's something you're saying, I'm getting this for a Christmas gift, if he absolutely hates it for some reason, can I bring this back for credit? I'd say 90% of the time the shop's going to say.
Most people are super gonna be cool with that.
Can you bring it back and return it full for a refund? No.
No, don't wait till February, because that's dumb and that's irritating.
Like
If you're gonna do it, like do it.
December 27th,
Yeah.
December 26th preferably.
You know, hey, first week of January, fine, sure, maybe, probably. Don't wait till February.
Also, when I said be ready for disappointments, like that's part of it too. Is like you might get a sad face there.
If you go, we've seen this. If you go too off out in left field and it's totally a surprise, yeah.
Or if you want to have some fun with this, because we're almost done with this video. It's just a fun video. Enjoy it. Actually, all these videos should just be fun.
No, Baxter.
If anyone gets really upset with any of these
Very
videos,
serious.
you probably need to look in the mirror, because these are all silly and having a good time. But anyway, we had one of my favorite experiences. You can do this yourself for Christmas. Give me the advice. Click like, subscribe.
Hit the bell.
Continue on now. You can leave if you need to. But
I just have the Michael Jackson song in my head. I'm talking to the man in the mirror.
that's a good point.
Change his ways.
One of my favorite people, I'm going to say her name, Courtney. She bought a guitar for her son. This is probably 8 years ago at least.
Yep.
I don't know. 7 years ago, 6 years. I don't know. But and he knew what he wanted to get exactly. We got him the guitar. But I was like, let's have a little fun with him, Courtney. She's like, I'm into fun. So we put the wrong guitar in the case for him to open on Christmas morning. She films the whole thing. She calls me as he's opening it. I get to see this on a live stream pretty much of him opening it, preparing it. He has to be like, Mom, thank you so much. This is great. I'm so excited. I kind of want a different color. This is great though. Thank you so. The feigned excitement mixed with disappointment.
Right.
It was just like unicorn tears. I bottled them up. We enjoyed it. And then she lets him know she was just kidding. The real guitar comes out. Do that to somebody that you know. It's really fun.
I mean, that is pretty cool. You had to have a shop that like loves you enough to like give you a wrong guitar.
Yeah, I gave him a spare guitar.
Yeah,
to take it. You know, or we've shipped
They
empty
would bring
boxes
back.
before just for fun, just to watch people freak out.
Right.
That costs you money that you have to pay for the shipping. But I think that's it. I think that's all I got on this one.
That's it.
That's pretty basic.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun too.
Be sneaky. Know your shop. Talk to your maybe guitar players, friends. I don't know.
Have fun with it, but don't be afraid to do it. Even the situation I started the whole video with, it all worked out really well. And regardless of where she ended up getting, if she ended up keeping the original one she'd ordered online from a random big box, or they ended up getting the one from us, it was all happy because these were such nice people. I had such a good time. I can't wait to see them again and have some sandwiches together.
And that makes a good memory. It's a good
made a
story.
memory for
good
me.
memory. There you go.
And now they're infamous on YouTube too.
Now a video.
I won't say where they live.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the South. Thank you for joining us. Peace be with you all.
We shall see you next time.